Hello everyone, Luke Taylor here for another album review, and today's album is 2012 Firewind Few Against Many. So by this point I've reviewed quite a lot of Firewind records, and they have a lot of records, and I just saw a tweet or something like that that said they had announced a new singer. So of course they're going to do a new album, because you can't have a new album without a new singer, or a new singer without a new album, vice versa. This one from 2012 is kind of a mixed bag for me. You can go back and watch my other Firewind reviews. My favorite Firewind album is Immortals. Spoiler alert, it's Immortals. And I really love that because it had a strong concept, and I feel that, obviously if you know me, you know Gus G is one of my favorite guitar players. He has such a great combination of influences and original style, and he's so prolific. And this kind of shows it, because around this time, 2012, I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on. You know, if you think about the gig with Ozzy, his solo stuff, and Firewind, which is, 100% his band, this album was produced by him. It just seems like maybe at this moment, Firewind, for this record, got the weakest material. I Am the Fire, his solo album, I Am the Fire, is fantastic. And I do think all of Gus G's solo albums that I've heard, I really love. And I love how, because he's such a prolific and creative guy, the fact that on a solo album he can have all these wonderful guest performances, whether it be drums or bass or singing, it really adds an interesting freshness to what he's doing. And as far as the identity that this has, it just doesn't stand up to the other Firewind albums. And maybe this is to blame because there's a lot going on in Gus G's life at this time. Not to say that this is bad at all, or this is not interesting. It's just not as good as the other Firewind records. And I really don't know how, writing so much stuff, how you divide what's what. I can have a hard time myself sometimes, and kind of why I don't want to divide it. Just I want to play whatever I want. So, but at this point, Firewind has quite a few discs under their belt, and this one just, to me, is one of the weaker ones because of, it's like there's a lack of identity on this record. It could be the concept, because I don't know if there really is one. But that said, there's some awesome performances from Gus. Some pretty cool songs. I think Losing My Mind is a pretty cool song. And there is Edge of a Dream with Apocalyptica. I think that really feels like, again, one of the songs that had more identity to it. And perhaps if the record sounded more like that, more like those two songs are like that. Again, those are more the ballady ones. Destiny is cool. There are some... Another Dimension is pretty cool too, but there, like I said, there are some really cool moments and some really cool tracks, but just as a whole, maybe there's too much on here. Maybe there's too much that is not as good as the other songs. And I know that it can be really difficult when you're writing a ton of material, because, being at this level, Gus is just super awesome. He's super awesome, so what he's doing is at like this high of a level. And if there are things that are just maybe below that a little bit, they stand out because what he's doing is so good. And again, please look at his solo albums and you'll see what I mean, where the material is just absolutely smoking and is really fresh and creative and fun. And I feel like the kind of the jumping between hard rock and power metal, it can work sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't as much. Again, some of the other discs, maybe Forged by Fire, of course Immortals my favorite, and The Premonition, even Allegiance, some moments in Allegiance for sure. I feel that really works, and maybe it just doesn't work as much on this one. Now this does have the lineup of Bob Katsiotis on keyboard. Bob and Gus really play well together, but I don't feel like the trade-off is much with some of the solos and some of the energy of some of the other records. And Apollo Papanasio is singing on this, and I know they've had quite a few singers over the years, and Apollo definitely lasted the longest. And he has some really great moments on this. And again, he always just really does the job, but some of the moments on here are a lot more impressive, or maybe just better suited for what he's doing. Gus G, of course, and Petros Christos, and then Joe Nunez on the drums. I think my favorite Firewind drummer is probably Mark Cross. But that said, this is still a great disc. It's a really fun time. Of course, you want to put it in when you're looking at something, or driving, or cleaning, or I don't know, studying, whatever you do. This is a party or something. This is still a great disc. And my rating is bronze. So have you heard this album? Do you like it? What are your thoughts? What is your favorite Firewind album? Please let me know below. I always appreciate your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out all my other reviews. I have quite a lot on this channel. Quite a lot of album reviews, a lot of Firewind stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you later.